Good day, folks. It's Wolf again. Want to make a little quick video. Somebody posted a comment in my Seeker's Notes channel asking about something, and in response to answering that question, um, I noticed something that I probably didn't quite mention when I was talking about the talismans um, in the general guide. I made the bigger one. And basically, what they were asking about, they used a couple talismans to try to acquire some winding keys, the winding key reagent for the game for the inventor, and they were struggling a little bit because they couldn't understand why they weren't getting it. So real quick, I'm going to go through this and make a little. This is kind of a talisman video, uh, some kind of shortcuts, and just a little clarification that I maybe didn't cover in the other video. So these are all the talismans. Down below, and we're on the talisman tab. Uh, Down below is the categories for each of them. So if I want to look at only a specific one, I can click on this one, for instance. Now, the winding key is used for these talismans to differentiate this category. It is not specific to the winding keys alone. To find out what each of them does, you have to click on them. So this one, the Wheel of Wind, decreases crafting time for 15 minutes for 12 hours. Uh, so be careful when you're using some of these, because if you're not using the correct one, you may think you're getting the winding key. You're not. You're getting whatever that talisman is for. This winding key is just used as a category marker. So for instance, this one increases your chance for the diagram and winding keys for 15% for an hour. So to know what it does, you have to click on it. This is actually one of the sorry, and I forgot what they're called, but I'll pull it up here in a second. I can't remember the term, but this is one of the big ones that it literally runs for a day. And it's part of the collections that you can build these up. So this one will increase the diagram and want to keep for 50% for a day. It is the artifacts. So the artifacts are the big ones that you can get. Each of these little items are the collection stuff. So for instance, this comes from this particular collection. So once I put this collection together throughout the story, I get this item, which is then on this Merchant Secrets, which will give me the Gargoyle Pendant, which does this. These artifacts run for longer periods, like I said, up to 1 to 3 days sometimes, and affect different things from money to getting for exploring locations and basically giving tools. So this one gives tools for exploring locations. This one I think is energy restoration because it's a food thing. I think the glove is money. Okay, yeah, money 50% per 1 day. So some of them are really beneficial. The ones that are always at the top are going to be the ones that you're about finished with. So I'm only missing this one item. If you click on this, and then I click on collections, it will take me to the collection. So here, if I go get my one cotton, the lady, and I'm pretty sure I probably don't have the bird. So I'm going to order one of the birds. But what that do when it finishes, I can go back and I can get this chest at the collection. I'll do the combination that'll give me the chest. Then I go back in because I have all the items. I'll be able to get this collection fixtures for successfully for 50% for 1 day. I'll have the valuable pyramid, and I could use that one at that point. So artifacts are really good. If you can eventually get them. It just takes a while. Once you've been playing games for a while, you'll start getting duplicates of each of these collection items, and you can remake them again. And with all these little reagents, a little extra money and stuff, you can get some of these artifacts and use them on a regular basis. And they're really good for that. Now, let's go back to what I was talking about before. So, when you're using the talismans, like I kind of mentioned in the basic guide before, click on it to see what it allows you to do. If you don't, you may start one thinking it's going to give you something, and it does not. So be very careful. The dice tends to focus around either getting tools or solving puzzle times. So when you're working any of the four uh, puzzles, the mosaic, and give me a second because where they've changed this, I have a hard time. Yeah, okay, treasure box, the mosaic, ancient cards, and the haunted lights. So those are the puzzles. So um, these tend to affect those. Uh, the key category tends to be reagents, sometimes tools. The keys here also do access passes. I'll scroll down here a little because I think they affect. Maybe it's all access passes. Okay, yeah. So the keys are access passes. Uh, the little box are the collection items. So this is actually helping find collection items and fixers. For the most part, the coins are pretty specific as far as they are coins, but also notice sometimes they will do more than one thing. So this affects um, the stars represent um, experience, so this affects money and experience. So this category is experience. This is obviously energy, and then if you click on the book, that shows all of them together. So again, be very careful when you're going to select one of your talismans and use it because you may think it's doing one thing when in actuality it's doing another. So before you take advantage of one of them, just make sure you understand what it's going to do and basically click on it and it'll tell you what it's going to do. So hopefully that'll help and that'll clear up any confusion because if you're not used to using these and you haven't used them for a while, it can get a little confusing. When I first started, I literally would click on some of them because I was wanting to, get a certain reagent, and I didn't understand at that point that it wasn't the reagent I was looking for. So I did the same thing. I was looking for winding keys, and I ended up getting some, diagrams, and I couldn't understand why until I figured it out. So that's how that works. Over here, you can favorite them. So if I go up here and I click on this symbol, uh, I can click this and then it'll pull my favorites up. So in this instance, there, if that's the one I like a lot because it's really beneficial on how I play, or I need that item, then I can come over and when I get it, I can click that. Then I say, oh, hey, I've got one, and I can go try, to get the winding keys or whatever it is. Um, so hopefully that helps a little bit, clears up some of the confusions on the talismans. So just be very careful in using them because you can use one and not realize it's not benefiting you the way you want it to. So hopefully that helps. Have a good day.